before he uses the Sunder. I'm kind of surprised that we don't see too much of Phantom Lance. The hero kind of disappeared.
We've seen almost none of it, and there have been a couple of these drafts that I think really have called for it. Like we've seen some first phase Undying.
I mean, maybe it's gentleman agreement. So I mean, TB
so we don't crash the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, that's an interesting ban. Lone Druid. This hero got nerfed. I still think it's playable in certain matchups and scenarios. Depends on what heroes you have on your team. And this is the kind of hero that could maybe fit the Shadows profile that I was talking about. Just give him 1 versus 1 matchup. Lone Druid does not lose a matchup.
I like your void point, by the way, because the other thing about eHome and that eHome and Vici have in common is that they have some crossover between in hero pools between their 1 and their 3 position, and that's what makes it work. Really
It's Grimstroke
again with that 3rd pick Grimstroke, and it's just something they never really took advantage of in last draft. Did not feel its presence too much until the last couple of engagements.
I feel like every time Grimstroke pops up, the debate is just ready to go back on about this hero every time it gets locked in, and now we're seeing it once again be that 3rd pick.
What is your first thought whenever you see a Grimstroke? If it's not Bob Ross, you're getting fired from this Dota panel. I mean,
I don't think that's gonna be the thing that gets me fired. Yeah, it's Bob Ross. People hired me. That's what I saw them do it. I secured the job. All right, let's look at what Vici's trying to do here.
They're burning through reserve time.
Yeah, they're running out of reserve time very quickly.
Team Liquids.
Really thinking about the first 4 pick. Okay, again, same first 3.
Yeah. What's that say to you, seeing the same first 3 again?
It says to me that they understand that their draft was not the problem.
And they can't go for Tidehunter in 1 versus 1 matchup and put a tri-lane Tusk +1 is always good. Get the pressure the TB out of the lane, but also Tidehunter is a good laner against the TB whenever meta is down. That's pretty tough skill to get.
Now with Vici already, I feel like looking at items here is going to be really important to see what they change up in strategy, but we got a few more heroes to look at.
So this is the counter that I liked.
You mentioned that in the last draft.
Just Enigma, he can't escape the black hole. There's nothing that stopped the black hole. Even pre-BKB right now. I mean, they can't flop it, especially when he gets a BKB. So they might try to think of something.
You can wall respond. But it's pretty.
We don't count that as a counter. I mean, if you get Etherland, that works. But this is next level.
Bring it to the next level.
So probably pick your safe laner here. Okay.
Okay, so this should probably be a tri-lane with Luna, Lich, Grimstroke. It's a really defensive lane as well. A lot of save capabilities, a lot of physical damage reduction, especially against the TB. That's always good to have.
At least.
Team Liquid's turn. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Puck!
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
And play from parry, you're a little bit behind. I think it's a hero though that Ori's going to do fine against. So I was expecting to go after the puck a little more.
Okay. Venomancer is the hero, the boss hero of these utility items. The hero
Fair
can
enough.
build anything, so whatever you need, he can build Crimson Guard, pipe, mech, urn, or whatever, Aghanim step or staffs. Any kind of team fighting item, he can get it.
We're going to have to see which route
Pipe.
they do jump in right now to the game. We're going to have to see if Liquid's going to be able to take it in at 2-0, or if we're going to bring this all the way to a game 3.
Thanks so much. It's Fog. Vici, what do you think? Is the Veno what Liquid needed?
This TB and this Enigma, which are these like super powerful, and it's Liquid, right? I was looking at like right before they even picked the hero, and I was thinking it's gonna be some like Bristle or Venomancer. It ends up being this one. They just love playing this like disruptive hero on Matu. If he's not playing like the Monkey King, which played phenomenally in the last time, it's just this disruptive hero. And for this one, it's just like this this tower protector and this pressure in lanes where he doesn't really have to be there too much. It's gonna be so annoying, and this always causes a bunch of problems.
We gotta get Nahaz on the stats of how many times he's played Venomance. Because holy crap, this guy plays this hero all the time. I remember like seeing him on streams and stuff, and Veno constantly.
Plays in pubs.
All the time. Plays Veno in pubs.
He loves playing. He plays it at. I'll spoil this one too. He plays it in party queue.
Oh god.
Picks it in party queue when I party queue with him.
It's like Jack.
Yeah.
Except Jack goes to the jungle, makes everybody cry.
He does. So let's see. We have the Ori puck, so it's a pretty confident Vici going for like this 4-1 strategy versus an Enigma, which can be a little bit devastating because, you know, Enigma just can focus fire onto the Luna and the Tidehunter. If he's able to ever get those two together, it's going to be really hard for them to disrupt if he actually does like the BKB. And Tidehunter, you know, sometimes we see that, you know, Tidehunter is like the combo breaker because you can, you know, crack and shell off of the RP and crack in a channeled black hole on yourself.
Nope. No. It's a bad time. It's one of the biggest sort of counters that you end up seeing with Tidehunter. Yeah. Like Structure being one of those other ones, or Void or something like that. So I definitely like it a lot. And I think that while Puck does have some of those problems of like sort of static damage, the best time that you can have him is if you coil a couple people into the art. Luna's just going to beat you while you're stuck here.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I think that's why they actually picked this Puck. It's that they have really things that synergize with the coil. They have a Chain Frost and they have an Eclipse. You get coiled, you're going to get hit by a Chain Frost and you're going to get hit by that side of it. Or you're going to have to break coil and then you're forever. I'm really curious about this map because I think Matu's really going to struggle. This is Ori's, in my opinion, either like the first best or second best hero over one. It's a clear base damage advantage.
Oh, Fade! One last punch. The Kuro Painty Man gives him the kill. And with that, it's going to be first blood going towards Liquid. The thing to watch for, we did the Ags Tusk earlier. Maybe you get the coil and give him a little kick as we see another punch here onto Yang. And another kill.
That first mage, very successful for Liquid to guarantee their lane. They even have kept the lane equilibrium down bottom.
Oh my god. That's really good.
Yep.
Yeah, normally you see that just get all messed up if you're going for those kills.
If you're going for those, especially if you're going for like two of them, like you're like, oh man, you know, lane get pushed up, but no, they kept it in the right place.
Well, speaking of being in the right place, Vici wrapping around behind the tower and able to find mind control. So he's been getting the business this match. He got destroyed last time and obviously made a big impact on Darkseer later. Probably can do the same thing on this Enigma goes on.
Both heroes kind of have the same concept of being able to cheat and jungle a little bit, right? Enigma, same thing as that Darkseer. Vici want to punish him this second time as he steps up, gets the Eidolons.
Oh.
And they will get all of them.
Oh my god, the tag team for the kill.
Yep.
Get it. Oh, he could have denied that.
He tried. I think he tried.
We're going to bring in GH here, give him a little bit of a better time. And the plus side of the Enigma is that you're still getting denies on range creeps, even when you're not necessarily doing a lot. As
Ori.
Buck top lane.
Ori taunted to try to dodge Matu's kill, and he actually cheated into Ancients and lost his entire health pool. That may have just changed the entire matchup. He has to bring a salve now, probably on the corner, and he was getting close to bottle. That's huge for Matu, because he was losing in the last hits kind of significantly.
Oh man, that would have been dead, I think, for the Puck. Yeah. And he got caught by that.
Maybe. But that's huge though. He literally took 400 damage from Ancients.
A little bit of a misplay there, and we'll get punished because of it.
Yep.
Paparazzi, meanwhile,
reset.
Trying to deal with these Eidolons yet, and as they bring GH up, it looks like Mind Control's gonna have a better time because of it. So far, so good. I mean, how much is that a detriment as far as like the whole laning stage goes?
It should still. I mean, for Ori, he's still gonna have a good time. Just base damage advantage over Venomancer. You're 76 on Puck. You have a better way to force the wave out constantly. I just was like, when I first saw him on, I thought he got the Prowlers, and I thought he was dead.
Oh, okay.
Because if it was Prowlers, he was 100% dead on the player, and it would have been a kill him.
So Yang against Shadow, after those first couple of deaths, has been able to equalize in this lane since they brought GH to the top side, and the roll in going to hit instead onto DY. It's a little bit tough to get the initiation. Yep. Maybe could have kicked Paparazzi under tower, hit on him.
Perhaps, yeah. Kick is a little bit, they did it a bit small right on the first few levels.
Yeah.
But maybe. So yeah, we see mid. Ori still able to control those last hits. Yeah, the biggest winner, like you were mentioning, because GH had to go top to try to help the dive that's coming out.
Oh, nice catch there with the Lucent Beam by Paparazzi.
Very nice. And GH's movement top is kind of painful for Liquid here, because now, like you said, Yang bottom has completely kind of caught his own grip of bottom lane. He's almost level 5 on the Tidehunter now, too. And yeah, GH is nice top, too. So. Bit of wasted movement there coming out from it.
And this isn't necessarily an easy lane for Shadow either. Although Ted did not go for any point to Gush in this lane stage, just wants to mitigate whatever damage Shadow's doing to make sure he doesn't take any right clicks either from that.
I mean, This is such a happy gang, though. He's like, I'm 0-1, whatever. 20 last hits on the tile.
Yeah.
Kind of have his solar or his whatever item he decides to go for. So, he just walks into the neutral camp. He's like, okay.
Fighting. Yeah, it's doing nothing. GH is gonna move in.
They've got meta though, so this is where they could.
Alright, Inkswell on top of Yang, gonna get the stun. Does he get the... Well, Kraken Shell doesn't matter, Yang just going to pop and Shadow. That's the kill.
You know, progressive. Got very confident, but yeah, with meta they have damage and the return kill.
He gets the deny first.
He takes out that range creep. He's like, if I'm dying, at least I'll deny something.
3-3. 5 minutes in. Bounty runes look like they're going to go 2 apiece for each team.
We see Shadow with that meta usage. He wants to make the most out of it. Goes to the Ancients. His main gift for the lane. So Grimstroke is a 5 position in this game, but they're prioritizing Kuro getting some levels.
Yeah, that'd definitely be nice. Even though they don't necessarily have the best of combinations.
Sure.
With the Soulbind, still the levels on that hero make all the difference in the world as Mind Control gets the D-ward.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have great ones, but like even just like the small little mini stuns that can come out from like a Maleficent can be kind of annoying.
Oh my god, so much action all over the map here. Is you're going to be able to find another kill on the Mind Control. Has already died in the mid lane, so not often that you see an Spirit able to gank the puck like that.
No. Must have used the orb, I guess, aggressively. I wasn't actually looking at mid.
Yeah.
And Matu is caught up with Bull Wraith Band stuff too. His lats are looking a lot crisper.
6 minutes in. Every time there's a rotation from one side, the other one makes something happen as well.
Yeah.
Looks like Veil is going to be the call for Orb. With a lot of magical damage.
With, like we were saying, with Lich and Eclipse, right? Those two, if they get caught in the coil, it's going to be an incredible amount of magic. Making the move now. Coil right away.
Got him. The fear pulled him back in and didn't stand a chance. That could be something interesting. Break the coil.
Yeah. I was trying to think of ones that they could use to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit. Could happen.
Yeah, slowed down again. Matu on top of him, giving him punches. This guy's just gonna keep you out there though.
What?
The meantime?
Mind Control, they got a ward, they see him.
Oh no, he drops down the Night Pulse, but will eventually fall.
He knows the ward's there, immediately pings it. This rotation by Orbe, he used the coil, and this is all under an Arcane rune, so still has very efficient mana, sitting up high, and his coil is going to be back up in 8 seconds. For another.
I will say, Liquid feel like they've been sacrificing Mind Control a lot in this series so far.
They really have. I mean, it's got Soul Ring level 4 on the Enigma. This Tide's level 6.
Dude, they're going back in again. Oh my god, Mind
Control's like, I got the ward though.
Don't worry, everything's fine. Quick, eat a tree. Everything will be okay.
Oh, that's big. That's costly though. That's a bit too many on Mind Control. 5 already for him.
I think he was 6-6 at this point last game, so he's 1 under.
He did have a bit more farm though, right? Like he was just Ion Shells to get him farm. As an Enigma, you can't Ion Sure, your Eye Lines can farm and stuff, but it's not the same as this Ion Shell that you actually have to be there.
And might have been feeding away some Eidolons here and there as well. Been seeing Luna take out a lot of them. Feels like 52 last hits, 12 denies on the Luna.
Already Mask of Madness finished up. So it's going to be that Luna versus the Tower Blade farm. As Paparazzi has been boosted a little bit more, getting all those kills onto Mike.
It is still Vici that are in slight lead though. 7 kills. And feeling quite good about it as they head over here. Kuro try and take a walk away.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of a gold advantage, but Liquid has a little bit of an experience advantage because, you know, the terribly jungling and Kuroki getting a free lane down bottom.
Right.
So nearly level 6 on them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's this a couple of times from teams, sort of hiding out in the trees and trying to gather whatever experience you can when people are pushing that tier 1 tower, as it's looking like a smoke up from the Earth Spirit and the Venoman. They're going to wrap around in the dire jungle, and Paparazzi
get the ward down.
They spot him very briefly here, and Matabo Man with could maybe make something happen, but they're going to go into Kuro in the bottom lane as well, as he's will try and get out of there. The shards, it looks like they will be able to find that kill. Meanwhile, in the jungle, trying to take a Paparazzi, they will get that kill as well.
Wow, he pinged them. You saw that too, like after they put the ward down, he pinged in the area, kind of like seemed like, wait, I'm not sure, I don't know, but then he just gets caught by them anyway, because they were smoked, only GH broke.
Big stuff.
Mind Control gets a lot of space out of that. So it gets 2 to 3 or 4 waves up top, and now gonna get tower pressure.
Suddenly level 6. Got Soul Ring, got Boots here.
And we
can see, look at where he's been, just dying over and over again in that lane.
Yeah, I mean, he has no other place to really be in as an Enigma in this game. He has to just pressure this top tower. Oh, you said Puck was going for the Veil. We look at the Venomancer. Same thing, because you look at his side of the team. They have a stroke, they have a Spirit. Great Veil game for them.
Level 9 on that Venomancer. Currently sitting at the highest level in the game. Terrorblade. Net worth chart. See, he's atop it with the Luna being up there. In spite of that death, hit the 10-minute mark.
She got her, I guess you call it the item that makes you farm past her first, and she got the Mask of Madness finished a little bit before the DB has either the Blade of Alacrity or the Yasha. Now Shadow, the Yasha coming out, he's gonna keep that pace, if not surpass. Spot instead of just straight jungling, he's gone bottom, and you see the build. We saw this done yesterday. The high in the aura.
Roll it in the big initiation. They drop down the ulti as well from Tumbaman, but the coil there to try and turn it. Seems they can lifesteal through this to keep that Luna low, but it's not going to be quite enough. With that liquid find, the defining kill as Luna goes down and DY will as well. BPM talent picked up Matu as well. Those type of games I haven't seen people grab this Veno Gale, but in this type of game, usually when you're playing versus like melee type carries, you can keep just that Gale consistently on them. The GPM is, but I have seen more of that. It does feel like Liquid's strategy in this game is just sort of send a Tumbaman around with this hero and make things happen. They've killed off the other hard carry twice now, and as you said, Shadow just left to do whatever he wants. Yeah, I think that's why he likes to play. He's like the bristled, you just go with the enemy team and making spins. Yeah, it's always kind of the way Matsu's. Almost always the way he's played for the team, except when he was playing like the Lycan and the Lone Druids and stuff in the past. But since he's taking the role of Space Make. Ori, long duration silence there. Let's throw out that Magnetize, and it looks like Puck is likely to die. Kuro initiated on in the mid lane, but Earth Spirit's going to make that rotation. And they think they don't have Magnetize here, otherwise I think they fight that with TB nearby, but they pull it off. And Grimstroke just going to give up his life. And immediately just come out too. Force to the tier 2. He's just going to put Venom Wards, try to stall them so that they can keep getting this farm on the Terrorblade. And this farm on the Enigma. We see that control 0 and 5 from earlier, but all the way up to 46 last hits, and he has a full max on the Enigma. He's still going to be behind for a while here, but it's at least the beginnings of a comeback, it feels like. Yeah, and it's going to take a while for that tier 1 tower to drop, it looks like. At least they're going to send in some illusions. Look for a deny. No, not going to happen. Oh, he got it. Oh, Shadow. What a player. That was absolutely beautiful. Did they both get it with the Venom Wards and the I think so. All right. Yeah. The Venom Wards got it initially. Midas for the Enigma. Yep, Midas Enigma. They've got GPM talent on Veno as well. They're going to have probably GPM talent on the Grimstroke pretty soon because he's been getting a lot of levels this time. CDR for the Enigma, which is basically a GPM talent. All that comes at 15. Yep. Nonetheless, Paparazzi here going to try and keep up his farm. I mean, we have seen Lunas occasionally take over the game when they're ahead, but it's feeling like Luna's not enough ahead in this game. And it is a protect one. There's a lot on that Luna. We'll straight up carry. Where do we go from here? Earth Spirit again trying to get set up, and I don't think at this point. Vici, I think like they want to be able to put some pressure on. Yeah. Like we said, like maybe running around with at least 4 heroes while Paparazzi tries to farm, because it's the same thing that they did kind of last game. This one, it's not like they need a BKB or anything for their timing, but they know now they've got Midas, got the Terrorblade, free farming. Venomancer also having a good time. Like, they're probably feeling pretty good about just farming. Well, that's why you see Vici go in there, get on the Earth Spirit at least. Not sure that they would have loved to get, but they take it. We did also see that the Tidehunter ended up getting the Bassi, but it was the Tusk that picked up the full Vlads. Yeah, I did see that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Bassi is still pretty good. Yeah. I mean, Bassi and Vlads do stack. Right. But it's just so useful to have the Vlads on the Tide, though, because it benefits your anchor so much. But maybe they're thinking that they're not going to be
always like the Tusk is going to beat the Luna. Not too sure.
Yeah. Nonetheless, as with this 15-minute mark, the setup back room again. Yang has been able to run some aggressively here on this side of the map. Has the full hood completed. Might be going towards the pipe soon.
Yeah, good pipe game. Good pipe game on both sides.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if they're going to build one on the side of Liquid. I think it's maybe GH. GH might be the one to do it. Yeah, he's got 2 braces and a hood queued up at least.
The Veno looks like his queued as well, so they might go for it.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, I actually did see him pick up the hood earlier.
Venom's brace. Fade trying to run snowball onto the creep. If he can walk away afterward, shards up Matilla Man, but then backs away. Nice play there to keep him alive. Go! Soulbind now on the 2. They're thinking about getting this out as well. The Stones go as well. Can they do enough? The chain's already out. Ravage to try and turn this one. They've caught on to 2. And it looks like maybe she can take this fight. If Matilla can get run down, but now shows up. And with that Metamorphosis pop trying to chase for and see if he can yet. Matilla Man is still living. So throughout all of that, you can't thought that after that easily. And Puck is going to get punished.
Oh my god. They had to use so much to kill Mata. Look at the, like, Lich almost died as well. It was looking like a great fight from Vici because they had this high ground position with everybody there, but his Veno is just so tanky. This hood, 1500 HP plus hood. GH actually had missed the silence too in the first roll that he went for too. Definitely was looking a bit scary, but
that is nuts. And then you compare how much damage also the Veno did in that fight. Yeah. 47, almost 5,000 damage. What a Venom Man will do.
It does, yep. Even if he dies, little wards, as long as he gets his ulti off. Incredibly significant. And mind control's gotten all the space in the world. Just what you're saying, he's not all the way at the top, but look at that recovery. He's close to the puck at least, and the BKB, that's going to be huge for them. Nobody can really stop him. Once he gets a BKB, there's free control fights for mind control.
It's just been about 200 gold for the Luna as far as killing those Eidolons. Not the biggest in the world, but, you know, they're doing a good job of it. 16 minutes, and you said that they felt pretty comfortable, Team Liquid, sort of just farming up and stuff, but it shows there in that mid lane, they're capable of taking a fight if Vici overextend.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, it's kind of like the way it happened, right? It's like, I think they like, oh my god, wait, everybody's here on the side. Shadow was pretty close to farming that, you know, farming the ancient areas as this Tower Blade. It depends on like the location, but yeah, they're still pretty keen on fighting.
Yeah.
And GH just switched from the hood. I think he was probably saying like, I want to go pipe, and then Matu was like, wait, I already have him. A little bit.
Paparazzi now getting towards that BKB.
Really needs it versus Liquid's lineup. Both sides have a lot of magic damage, so eventually the BKBs will be needed, but they want to get their first little greedy farming items before they have to for that BKB.
Yeah, 1k worth lead right now for Team Liquid. Does feel like it could become more and more pronounced. TPs are going to go towards the top lane. That's the Tide Hunter moving in there. The rest of Vici on the other side of the map. We'll see if... I mean, it doesn't feel like you want to try and pressure Tide into the tower.
No, not when he's got the full finished pipe just now. 1800 HP pipe, like, ooh, on a tower can be pretty scary.
Spirit. On the high ground there, GH, is the smoke gonna break? It looks like instead they're gonna find it was just a TB illusion. Smoke popped on him as the TB was the real one in the Ancients. And now Earth Spirit wrapping around from the other side. Vici have eyes on him. They're going to snowball up here onto the Earth Spirit, try and take him down at the start of the fight, see if they can burst him in time, and they will be able to. And now Shadow maybe a bit far forward. Vici not comfortable going to initiation. He got hit by that Gale. He doesn't have his BKB. Oh, he does have it there. Now pops it. Would have been very deadly up-wise. Chase forward for more. They already down the midnight. Shadow trying to walk away. He's in the coil. Or he gets the silence there as well. Ravage to follow it. Can they burst it? Time Snowball comes through, and they do manage to take down that Terrorblade. Now Tumbleman as Yang walks forward towards him. It's getting a little bit dicey for each. No EKB of Paparazzi. They might decide to back out. Although, or he might just be a bad. And the Phantom's Embrace able to walk away and hit onto a creep, it looks like.
Gale clips him.
some trouble. TPing out of there. Malphite's onto Yang. No way to TP. Break the TP for Ori. Snowball forward. Mind control still has that Cole if he wants to use it. Thinking about dropping it here. He does connect onto 2, and the other side, they end up breaking it. So this might be pretty good for Vici, but in the Luna in the end, and that might get all that she wrote as Liquid. Just going to start to lay into this Tidehunter. He wants to take that Embrace off. It's not happening. As they eventually kill off Yang, possibly? Yeah, it's happening.
Man, Matu is just, they're so scared of him. Saw him, they're trying to kind of like hit him, and he's just too tanky with this fight because their physical damage is a bit limited. They'd already defended everything, absolutely everything to kill Shadow. He's alive again now. And Matu, I think there's a 4-minute poison over with the Enigma hole on the side there. Oh, man. They lose everything, right? It was Coil, Frost, and Ravage all to kill Shadow.
And normally you think like, all right, this black hole, it's you know, hitting onto 2, and that could end, you know, working pretty well. Then they end up breaking it, and it doesn't matter if they break. They kept them away long enough. It does look like Earth Spirit is going to get ramped down here by Vici. But in the meantime,
kill
Broche.
And now that's going to give Shadow. I thought he might maybe, after getting burned by so much magic damage there, might switch to a BKB, but now he's got an Aegis, so he's like, okay, I can be more greedy. I can go for my Scotty, finish that up, and maybe go for that BKB if I feel the need to.
How many times have we just seen the Gale just barely onto those heroes?
Yeah.
And then be put in a situation having to pop the BKB early for the Luna.
Exactly.
Now
And
having the Gale summons 2 wards.
I was literally about to say that makes the team fights really devastating. If ever lands like a 2-man Gale, the fight's just like, oh god.
It's gonna be a blink dagger for the Venomancer.
Get in the midst. He's realizing if he just gets right in there, gets the poison over, gets the veil, will be that distraction.
That spell implication for the puck.
Yeah, they both got super buffed, both the level 15 talents.
Nice.
Yeah. So what, it was 50 damage, 10% spell lamp, I think, before?
Right.
Pretty sure that was, yeah. Needed a buff. Definitely. I really like, yeah, the spell plus spell, since they are, it works as additive.
Okay.
It's quite strong on the buff.
So 4,000 net worth lead here for Team Liquid.
Ooh. Look at that, though. He starts porting in, and look, the Tidehunter and the puck, as well as when they have a Lich down below, they just start running from Matu. That says a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have.
I don't want to be.
They don't have their big damage deal. You said like stat damage between the puck and the. They don't have the Luna there, so.
And that makes it so predictable where it is that Vici is going to take their fights. Like, Benno doesn't need to know anything else about the game except that Luna is not there, and then can TP in.
Yep.
Makes it so much easier for them to play. BKB, mind control.
Now team fight seems so hard.
DY. Does not stand a chance. Eventually, just going to get beaten down.
Got the whole way. Well, all about the range creep at least, right? Something like that.
And denied it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Paparazzi just going to keep on trying to farm up. This is his only game plan right now. There's not really a great plan B, at least.
Yeah, it's it's a 4-1. As you said, this Paparazzi needs to be the most farmed hero in the game for them to have a shot versus Liquid. Liquid, they've got this Tower Blade who's matching the farm. Like we said, I caught up, even though he's got 6 tops. He's got the key items. At the KB, very close to Blink. Fights are going to be a lot tougher and a lot more awkward for Vici. Oh yeah.
Jungle. Dang, a bit too far forward. The Shard's going to block him. Trying to keep him alive, but not going to happen. Let's just get pretty far forward there. Liquid wants to get a little bit more out of this meta usage. Go for this tier 2. There's still the T1 standing in the bottom lane, but comfortable pushing forward towards this tier 2.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like it will fall really quickly. Vici can kind of just come in and throw out shards or something to pull the creeps. It's sort of an answer of like a level 25 puck super late down the line, but how often have we been seeing people even get to level 25? Yeah. It just doesn't happen all that often. The Terror Blade and the jump forward coming from a Tumbleman. I mean, they force people back.
Yep, that was the plan. Get the tier 2, and then you can back up and farm, wait for meta again before you try to fight. And yeah, Shadow, he has had that Aegis that we were mentioning, got the Scotty. he can do that because he can go for the BKB afterwards. Definitely feeling a lot of pressure on Vici.
4-person smoke now. You sort of get the idea that they know that this is happening as GH calls it out, and immediately the control is going to hide off the side creep wave, push it out with his idol, not show.
Yep. Thing with Shadow. Shadow's just going to send those illusions to push out the top wave too, and it'll start to get a bit obvious. They knew because they have that already.
It's like Vici are just not going to be able to do it. It's just such good like recognition like of where their movement's going to go. It's like chess happening in front of us a little bit.
It's the understanding, right? They're just like, yeah, we still have like BKB Blink Black Hole, but Shadow doesn't have meta. Like, there's no point in us really. What would we gain out of getting a fight here? There's no Roach. There's no outer towers that we can like. If we do fight with this meta, like, there's no risk in them doing what they just did.
No.
Just sit back, chill, wait for meta, and then they can fuck.
16 to 16, but a lot more in favor of Liquid.
Yeah.
And well, 17 as the Aegis is just now going to expire. About 3 minutes until it's capable of respawning.
This is I mean, not one of the first in a while. I guess I could say that. Look at GH and Kuroki's net worth. They're just because Kuroki, he got given a lane, and he's a Grimstroke, so he's got GP down. He's significantly farmed. He's got a Glimmer. He's got an Orchid.
Dude, this is the most Kuro's been farmed in a while.
He's got an Orchid Cube.
It's Grimstroke, right? Make it work. Vici, they need to make something happen though. Again, it's a 5-man smoke. We'll see if they can catch Liquid out this time.
They've got the butterfly finished on Pop Rats. They've got all the abilities available, so they want to try to get something on this peak timing. I think the Aegis is reclaimed as well. It is. So
again, Kuro there trying to break the smoke, but they're heading towards the mid lane where Enigma might show. As the courier is going to head over for the secret shop. They want something bigger than Kuro right now, and well, it looks like they're going to have to settle for that. Might end up being enough to let them push at least a little bit. Kuro will die.
Immediately look at the side lanes. Like H starts forcing bottom. You see Matsu's already up, and they don't actually have the wave. Wave ain't there in the mid lane.
Oh, mind control. Stuck around a bit too long. They do have Walrus Punch in position. Shadow going to throw out the reflection. TP away. They're going to broken. Mind control. BKB is going to be able to do enough as they just chase him down. Well, that is 26 minutes and getting ready to push towards the tier 2 tower. They have 5 on both of their heroes still.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay, well that cuts it down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now they get to put some aggressive wards down and control a little bit of Liquid's jungle.
I mean, it still definitely feels like if you get the 5-on-5 fight, it's not going to look that good, but Liquid just keep on throwing one away at them and jump in, wrap to connect on the and he's in the cover of the okay, but it's not going to be in. But looks like the chase now comes. The Shadow is moving forward from one of the main guys as well as that Poison Nova is starting to really lay into Vici. And Fade is going to be the other one that pays the price as well as the Tidehunter, but it's not the big core. Luna is still going to be able to get out of this one, it looks like.
They got 3 though.
Yeah, it's true.
They got the ulti off. Continue that one. It's got to be the BKB finish for Shadow. And they still have, yeah, I mean, my controls BKB and Black Hole. And, oh, an Arcane Rune.
All right, that's pretty good.
Arcane Rune plus the CDR level 15 talent.
Oh my god.
He wants to go Midas something.
Give me the Midas. 50-second cooldown.
Very nice.
Oh, it's broken. All right, Dagon for Puck. They will have Tidehunter back up in 20 seconds. He has buyback as well. They want to be able to do this. 4,200. 92%. Yummy, yummy.
The efficiencies might... I wonder if you could surpass 100% efficiency on that if you have like Arcane Rune and stuff. No? Oh,
no. All right, thanks.
Oh, why? That makes sense, right?
Go over 100%. What are you talking about?
I mean, the cooldown reductions in Arcanes technically would, right?
I mean...
Whatever. Just like I hate you, so... No.
I can hear, oh my god! It's all right. The movement in, Vici, right? Push again, possibly. I mean, it does feel like they're still needing to keep that pressure on in some way. They need to wait for Puck to just get super farmed at this point.
They don't have Ravage right now. That's the one thing. But I know that meta is on cooldown from Liquid, so got 50 seconds where they're playing pretty confident.
Shadow pulling that creep wave past.
Roche spawn is the scouted immediately. Yeah, but I mean, we've been seeing so much. I feel like in the last year or so, I've seen so much more creep manipulation between the illusions and people cutting it. Not like cutting the next, but cutting like the second one.
Right.
It's like they just go these really deep plays to mess up the creep equilibrium.
The next level play, you could say. Set up for a double wave moving towards mid. Shadow, or by the ancient campus, come in and try and pull that creep wave back. There's illusion.
Illusion on top. This is what. Ooh, Liquid definitely wants to take something here. This makes the power of terrible illusions is so much crazier.
Yeah. Shards block Shadow in there for the moment. He's not quite at that level 20 talent. It can make a pretty big difference, particularly against Luna.
Yeah. He doesn't have a Vlad or anything on his team either, so his sustain isn't really the same when he's just Roche.
Paparazzi's finished a Satanic as well.
Okay.
Need to be careful about this. This does mean she does not have buyback because of gold 1,500 away. So it's like they're going to try and keep Roche under lock. And Paparazzi's really big right now.
He is, definitely. Just still, it's always that threat. Just black hole. Just got to watch your positioning.
Smoked up right now. Enigma is smoked. He jumps in. He's got him caught the black hole there immediately. Yangatron's gonna run this one, but the beat there's no answer. But there's a Satanic turning this around, and GH not catching anybody as that eclipse as well. Ati's still living for the moment, but Shadow too big, too bad. In the middle of all of them, the Ravage, after all the beacon out, and then kill up and the Luna dies, no buyback, and that might be the thing that turns it. They need to take this fight right now, but everybody from Liquid is survivable, and now Tumbleman blinks forward and see why the TP away. Fitz interrupts that one and done.
Ori wasn't there for the start of the fight. Ori was pushing out the top lane really quickly. Liquid they saw that and they just immediately go for Shadow does die before he gets the Sunder up, but he does have buyback, unlike Paparazzi who spent all of his gold for that Satanic. Liquid, they probably were keeping tabs of that too. They probably saw that was a freshly picked up Satanic.
And it's one of those things where you feel in a moment like, all right, the Satanic, I'm going to be able to turn this one back around, but lacking the source of damage.
Yeah, they only have Luna to really dish out that big damage after the other spells are all cast. Like you're meant, stack damage coming out from Puck. Even though she does have that Dagon to finish off that TB. Once Luna goes down, it's just not enough.
It also hurts if you're not there for the up. Luna's back up in 15 seconds. This is going to be hell.
I just realized I do it pretty often. I call it a she, but then I call it a he all the time. But I do it all the time.
It's a dragon.
Is it a dragon? My girlfriend just loves the hero, so I always just associate it for some reason.
Look at it. Cute little guy. Yeah. Girl. Dragon.
Isn't it?
So now, further control gained. Maybe goes for the stats instead of the reflection cooldown. Okay. I haven't seen that one that often recently.
No, especially when you're playing versus like someone like Luna, who doesn't have anything to actually really remove besides the BKB. Have a mana.
Yeah.
But just Shadow is just prioritizing himself rather than prioritizing just stats for himself, trying to survive.
I feel like we've seen a couple of games recently. I think about that M game the other day where terribly just get bursted in time, then you're going to be able to win the fight. And that's kind of what that stats tells me, I guess.
And especially when he's playing versus all this spell damage and spell amp, right? The Puck having this Dagon. Yeah. Just wanting him to be as tanky as possible.
So it looks like that Arcane Rune held for Puck. I mean, is there other timing that they need to look for? It feels like you need to almost find him at the start of the fight or something and burst him, but even then you got Terrorblade issues.
I don't know. It's tough. I think they need to have things that they're playing into Aegis Cheese. I mean, I'm thinking clicking on Paparazzi, that might be it. Got the Rapier queued up, but that can also be that can be scary. They've been clicking on Shadow. They've been seeing Shadow in the fights. They know Shadow does not have a fight yet. But you know, TB, the next item, it's either, I mean, it's likely Butterfly. Because sure, he could blame KB to go straight dealing paparazzi, but they've shown that they can kill him anyway.
And maybe you can avoid some of the attacks, but Rapier could be enough. You get lucky, just sort of cross your finger and hope. It's not a great strategy, but
you kill everyone else, right? Don't just hit the T, you hit everyone else with that Rapier. I mean, I guess Matu also has a halberd.
Oh, God.
Yeah, a bit of evasion.
The disarm too, of course.
Yeah, halberd being like amazing versus those Rapiers, of course, with 5-second disarm.
Can't BKB it off.
No, I mean, if he gets it off, and then if Matu gets the halberd off, then paparazzi BKBs, the fight is going to be so bad for Vici. It's like disarm this KB.
We do have the refresher that's going to be coming out for Tidehunter eventually. He's got a gold board at this point, pretty close to at least.
Okay.
But obviously wanting to save for buyback as well.
He has to buy mangoes. Yeah, he bought I was like, 3.5. I don't with the mango, does he even have enough?
I don't know if he does.
I don't think so.
Like, can't cast anything else.
I don't know if it's gonna...
All right, I mean, he could try and break some TPs here. No, can't do it. So, Papa is going to TP away. That was really close to death.
He was just in the tree line there. GPM and CRs and Midases and whatnot kicking in. The game is just like kind of chilling for a bit. Yeah, Liquid is able to get that much more harm.
And Buck is going to start to become an issue pretty soon. Level 23 right now, and is going to be able to get that 420 GPM.
I mean, the Dagon 5 is going to be significant with all that spell amp.
Yeah. It's just needing to be such a clean fight from Vici.
Yeah, it's still always it's this threat, right? It's just this enigma. You have to be so careful of your positioning and so careful of when you split away from paparazzi. If you away from him for a second, you're just gonna get black gold. BKB black gold, and the majority of your damage is gone.
Liquid looking like they'll try and take this opportunity, hitting a strong timing themselves and start to deal the damage to the tower. Wards down, Metamorphosis pop, Shadow staying in the back.
They still have the Aegis for a little bit too, so they're trying to make the most of it.
Not that long left though, 20 seconds actually. They need to be careful that they don't get caught out if the Aegis expires. Down 5 is done. Aegis is really close to coming off. Shadow's still feeling comfortable though. Or be in the backside of all of this, making sure he can break some blink daggers.
Gets forced F by his teammate.
All right, just backing out.
And that's what we call making the most out of it, right? Last 30 seconds of the Aegis, they just go.
They still have vision here. Or he's thinking about it. It's so hard though.
Yeah. Bit scary.
Gotta feel frustrated, I'm sure.
Who's gonna put a hex on the side of Liquid? I know somebody. Okay, it's gonna be Matu. You always want to build items. Sometimes, you know, you're talking about how the Rimstar, you don't really have those partners sometimes, but you can itemize for it. Hey. It works on items too. So Soulbind, you can double hex people and whatnot do. And Matu has it done.
Double halberd.
Yeah, double hex, double ethereal blade. SGH has the ethereal blade pretty much finished up. I mean, the double hex is the big one, really.
Yeah. Is Curl any closer to that good yet?
He switched.
He
went for the first stuff when he
never
still
gets
rich.
Fun. He's got 2,200 gold in his bank.
Dude, he's got 56 last hits. So bro.
Happy as a client. Just gonna cut some waves up here.
Then that Vici smoked mid now. They just saw the spells casted, the Dagon as well, and the illusion.
They're keeping back for GH. Want to find it? Got him. You didn't even need to use the coil. That GH gonna try and get away. They know who's over here. Another roll. Oh, he's still getting out of there. There's a Lucid Beam. The dead gone. The chase forward.
Out of BKB himself.
Oh my God.
He's gonna make him work for it.
Get out of here. Bro, he keeps falling 4 seconds. Eat their heart out. Oh my God.
He's alive. He's gone. He used all of his stones, but he covers the distance.
Oh, run away, GH. He's chasing. He wants it so bad. He got it.
He actually didn't get out. Oh my God. Or he relentlessly chases.
All right, this started here, and then it went like that.
That was literally the whole map case. I don't know if they got to see it. I'm Someone may have been able to click on the Luna in time though, but the one auto attack that hit the Earth Spirit chunked him down. So the Rapier, if they were quick to click on it, has been revealed. And now Shadow walks up and now they should know.
Yeah. My God. Divine Rapier picked up 39 minutes into this game. And, you know, has the FKB queued up, but what do you take out afterwards? Like, boots at that point? You still kind of want the range from the Dragon Lance? A lot of questions.
It might just have to be the Lance. The Luna's not that tanky either. 2200 and stuff, it's tough. Definitely tough.
It does have his butterfly on also, so you do really need it. As you mentioned, the Halberd, of course.
They picked up quite a few significant items on the side of Liquid here, too. Like we said, the Hex that was coming out on Venos soon, but also an Octarine now in Mind Control, too. So these team fights continuing to get harder and harder for Vici.
Does become an interesting question also of, oh, the 5-man smoke.
5 smoke, and also there's an energy booster on the Tidehunter. So now the mana should be there.
Gotta be so careful here. You lose one fight by Team Liquid and you don't have buyback, and all of a sudden you're gonna lose your entire base. Right now they don't have buyback in the Terrorblade and jump and immediately initiate. They've been able to find that and trying to burst it. Like, won't be able to find the kill. GH is there as well with the BKB, but it's not nearly enough to mitigate the damage. Siemens right click coming through and smoked a walk away, but they're almost looking off a Tumble Man.
They burst before he can use the cheese as well.
Huge plays. Kuro is dead. 3-minute buyback immediately, and now Shadow moves in. But again, he doesn't have buyback. He needs to stay alive here so badly, but there's the Black Bolt. It's caught up in the Glimmer Cave. It's keeping her alive. They can't find it. Paparazzi's dead. Paparazzi turns it. Can they do this though? They already found a triple kill. He will still lift up. He wants to turn off Shadow, but there's the Halberd. It's not going to be able to right click. He's running their way. They need to keep Paparazzi alive so badly. The chase, Glimmer again. He's trying to run. The slow he needs to charge to save the They're trying to fight! They're gonna be able to bring it down again! Paparazzi so much damage, but it's not enough! Rapier on the deck, the pumps in, and not able to quite get, and now Shadow has the Rapier, and well and truly in trouble. Vici gonna get down their lanes.
That was really well executed fights by Vici too, right? Just the way they just ate the dragon. Again, now finding Kuro.
Dude, he's trying. He is.
There's a reason we were saying that Ori's puck is pretty legendary. And those are some excellent usages by the whole team there, but Shadow relentlessly chasing the Luna. But these Glimmer Capes, right? Even DY, the little things in these games, is like a Glimmer Cape and a Frost Shield almost keeps Paparazzi alive. But now, a huge swing, as you said, Liquid now having
20,000 net worth lead. God, and you think about that, there was no buyback on the TB to start there. Oh, that would have been huge. But big plays saved the day for Liquid, at least for now. And without that, it feels like it's going to be so much harder.
I'd really want to like see that one again, because like the angle approach Shadow did in that fight for me was so awesome. Like his whole team, everyone else on the side of the was kind of like on the left side getting caught by the coil, caught by the pitch. Shadow goes to the shrine and wraps around behind them, and that's why he's able to get that positioning advantage for them.
That's a guy winner right there.
It absolutely is. I mean, he's 12, 2 and 5 in this game.
DY now holding the base, and Liquid feeling a little bit sheepish after that last one, needing to back, cure themselves a Roche.
This is Aegis Cheese Refresher, and they've already, I mean, now it's going to be Refresher 2 on this Enigma? Uh-oh.
They will have, they're quite going to have Ravage, it looks like, when he responds, still 25 seconds away. And it looks like this is just going to be a Roche given over to Liquid.
Drops the MTB. He's got Rapier. He's okay.
Plotted.
Shadow even grabbed the Refresher Shard too. Let's see if they're going to pass it. I think they would pass Mind Control. Yeah, they do.
Luna has another Rapier queue, but still around 3,500 gold away from finish.
Oh boy.
It's tough. I mean, one thing to keep in mind here is that Eric has the Rapier in his hand instead of the MK. Luna still does have a Butterfly.
This is true. A lot weaker though. Now her damage is quite puny. What the satanic hits before allowed her to live because of how much damage she was life-stealing off because of how much damage she was doing. Now she's doing way less.
Yeah.
All of Vici kind of trapped in their base besides Ori.
Puck does still have that Dagon 5, has the sheep stick done, and is starting to build up that net worth even further.
Yeah.
That 420 GPM talent.
But he's getting full. He's got the choices, of course, to go for like refreshers and hero blades and whatnot to replace his other items. But
smoke with 4. TB gonna walk forward first. Question is, you just walk up a hill and force them to battle you. They do still have that Aegis. BKB down to 8 seconds.
I think you just forced the battle. You've got, I mean, you've got Rapier, you've got Metamorphosis. Doesn't need the MKB to hit buildings. So all that matters, just gonna be able to beat it down with Rapier.
But now Metamorphosis there. How do you deal with this Vici? They have the Frost Shield on one.
Looks so good.
Still have to be so careful about that black hole as well. Each of these fights becomes so difficult for Vici, and on the meantime, Liquid, like they are in a good position. They jump forward, they sheep the TB.
Just do, you know, poke every single time it ends up you dag, and every single time it's up on him.
Oh my god.
Keep him a little bit low.
Yeah, they gotta actually be careful. That's a lot of damage coming from that Dagon. With a Lucent Beam combo, Shadow, it's not free here. They might sunder one of his teammates, or just back out. Looks like he's going for that save next.
Yeah.
Does feel like that item has gotten so much better recently. I know that Black was talking about it a lot. He was loving it.
Yeah, I mean, it's status resist, right? That's really nice. It changes a lot of things because it changes that people, a lot of adult players have ingrained in their head, right? How long their disables last. Status just messes things for you.
I mean, the other thing TB needs to be a little bit careful about. Granted, he does have 50 armor, but Tidehunter does have the 250 damage talent now at 25.
Yeah. Okay, he actually did go for it. Out of the CDR in this game. We saw the game where Ghost explained, and he has a Lights Death, so it makes a lot of sense. But like this CDR works on your item too, right? So it works really well for refresh. So it's a bit surprised to see him actually take the 250.
So if this game drags out a little bit longer and is able to farm that second Rapier, I mean, does it start to become tenable them taking fights against Liquid?
It's just this thing, right? What can you do versus the black hole? It feels like maybe because Ori's playing really well with the puck and everything, but you're 4 protect versus EB, who's so farmed, and the Venomancer and Enigma are still doing a lot in the fights.
Right.
Still so much chaos coming out from the side of Liquid. Vici needs like the perfect kind of. They need the perfect kind of things coming out, right? They need everything to hit perfectly like they did in that big fight right outside. Hopefully Liquid doesn't have like the Vibags, but it's getting a lot of farm. And we were talking about the Hex on the Venomancer. GH also just pumped a full Hex out, so they have so much. They have just so much at the arsenal now on the side of Liquid.
Yeah.
Vici definitely have big problems. Paparazzi sneaking himself to get that Rapier.
Pick it up here, so.
As it right before you.
I see, making sure they didn't end up getting jumped on there. Such a smart little play there.
Yeah, just a little thing.
Yeah.
Just being a little careful.
It is cheap done for the Earth Spirit.
Yeah. So it's just with like this now they have so many ways now that it actually coordinates with it.
And then again, this movement towards this bottom lane, Shadow's going to pop the Metamorphosis and takes down that tier 3 tower very rapidly with the Rapier in hand.
With that meta range, he doesn't put himself so much at risk on opting for the Sunder cooldown. Look, hit it from the low ground. And it's the same thing, right? Last 30 seconds of Aegis, they force the movement onto the hideout to take the racks. Rather than like backing up or anything, no. They're making the most of it. Now they've got a bit more pressure coming in bottom, and 28,000 gold lead. Experience finally going their way. Oh. And when you're past that 40 mark, it becomes more and more important about controlling the map because you get these double runes that come out, and that means more double damage for your carry. And Terrorblade, the double damage is sitting at plus 731 damage right now. Yeah. Oh, he walked away from it. Oh. It was that.
There's the Hex. And that is looking like it is going to be a dead-hold Ori. Doesn't still have 5 back since he's got 1.5 billion gold.
That's scary though, the control that can come out from a because you rolling boulder stun, Hex, and then rolling boulder again right afterwards. You can get more than for someone else to come in and go for Ori. Going for Lincoln's immediately after all that on the fuck.
Looks like a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
Aeon Disc is going to be there for the Tidehunter as well, as it looks like Again, Liquid smoke up in the river. They're going to wrap around towards the mid lane, it looked like.
I mean, their lanes are all pushing, so they're like, okay, we can make these aggressive moves when everything is just being forced into the side of Vici.
I'll roll up there, check to see if any wards. I don't see any.
45 seconds. Their base.
They don't have Tidehunter right now. He's going to have to TP back, and also he's going to buy back this one, as it looks like 3 tower is going to fall. And with that, Liquid backing away. Although Tidehunter's outside of the base, and Shadow is there. They see him. This is Shadow-bladed Tidehunter. This is so hard to make that jump, though, when you know Liquid's right behind him.
Scary. I mean, Liquid feeling pretty damn good. Yeah. 34k gold lead. Everyone's farming. Everyone's got GPM talents. Full control of the map.
Towards that. Is anybody else still close to the next levels? I guess you got the Frost Shield duration for Lich.
Yeah. Matu's very close to 25 too for the 3x Plague Ward AP. So if he hits 1 or 2 heroes with a Gale, then there are 3x Plague Wards.
Oh God.
And yeah.
The giant Plague Ward.
Yeah.
Enigma also has the Refresher Orb with Doctoring Core. They are so far.
Yeah, so farmed, and I mean they've got a pretty much not free rapier given them, but they got a rapier given a Shadow, and now he's got Moonshard too. Is critical mass.
Oh, movement, and he's not with his team though. Need to be careful. Jump in, immediately initiation. There's tech to follow it up. Can they bring him down in time? Ravage gonna connect with absolutely everybody. And Enigma again in trouble. They find Kill as well. Shadows walking in through the river. The buyback comes. They're gonna try and TP the shrine and see if they can turn around. There's more ravages available for them as the H jumps in, and there's going to be a tie on hell of a lot of them. The paparazzi turnaround there though coming out, and Black Hole TP away. Second one, the Black Hole from Mind Control. Oh my God, the pressure interrupts. Didn't stand a chance, and another rapier on the deck.
That's a little awkward. Mind Control was like, whoops. That went top. I got another one, but that's the second rapier hitting the deck, and that must just be enough for Luca to actually close this one out. They, even though they were separated, and they got Mind Control again with the double Ravage. Shadow just comes in from the back then, and he's like, okay, you guys have nothing, and yeah, they were able to control paparazzi. So,
and the buyback from the Luna. This could be the final stand here. The Hex comes out immediately and interrupt. Over in some trouble. Gonna have to go for the jaunt away. Can he get out of there in time? The Black Hole comes out. He had the refresher. They're able to find him. The courier's down. Everybody's going down from Vici as Luna is dead. GG called and lick 2-0.
This is, I mean, they got a lot of the kills, but it was just, they had no way to. Mind Control, sure got a bunch. Excellent move by Vici, but his job in the fights was literally just beat, jump on top of paparazzi and get the Black.